The government has walked the talk on fiscal consolidation. Reported FY13 fiscal deficit at 4.89%. This is 4.9% actually, which is significantly below the revised budget estimate of 5.2%. Cut in non-planned expenditure and higher non-tax revenue is what has led to this fiscal deficit surprise. Murali Krishna broke that number, joins in with more details.
Finance Minister P. Chidambaram and his team at Northlock have definitely delivered on their promise of fiscal consolidation. The fiscal deficit number, which was a concern for most stakeholders in the economy, for FY13 has come in at 4.9% of GDP, much lower than the budgeted 5.2% estimate. This has been achieved according to sources on the back of higher non-tax revenue collections that have been higher by at least 8,000 crore rupees, and of course a substantial saving as far as non-planned expenditure is concerned. Remember, FY13 was a difficult year to begin with. The economy was slowing down. Of course, the government was missing targets as far as divestment is concerned, as well as the realization from telecom auction was concerned. So revenue was also concerned. Subsidies were burning a hole in the pocket of the exchequer. But Finance Minister had drawn the red lines. He said they will not be breached. He's delivered on that promise. Steps like partial deregulation of diesel, petrol price hikes, and massive cuts on expenditure across nodal ministries were taken, and which is why we have seen the number being contained at 4.9% of the GDP, and that will bring a whole amount of cheer, not just to Northlock but other stakeholders of the economy, including the investors as well as rating agencies.
Maithili Bhusnurmat, consulting editor at the Economic Times, comes in with her perspective on how the market should be reading into this fiscal deficit number, which has definitely come in as a bit of a surprise.
This time the improvement in the numbers that we're seeing to 4.9% seems to have come because of improvement in the non-tax revenue. That means the improvement has come on the revenue side, not by compressing critical, crucial expenditure. So that's the first. The second positive that I take away from this really is that now that the government has sent its so-called commitment, as it were, that it is committed to fiscal prudence, it's committed to getting the fiscal deficit down, maybe it will become more willing to start spending. And once government starts spending, a lot of the tight liquidity situation that we're seeing today, that will disappear. People will have more confidence, banks might start lending, and at the same time I think rating agencies also may look more kindly towards us. The governor also may feel that if the government is so serious about fiscal deficit, maybe I can afford to be a little bit more liberal in coming to monetary policy.